So, hi everyone, welcome to Electronics Techie. From today onwards, we are going to discuss the topics related to CMOS. So, till now, we are discussed about digital electronics. So, my classes are going parallelly like CMOS plus digital electronics. I feel CMOS has the more important and fundamental thing for the physical design. That's why I continue the CMOS classes from today onwards. So, if have possible, I will upload DE classes also with digital electronic videos also in my YouTube channel. But from now till now, I will use this CMOS classes. If anyhow doubts related to DE also, you can comment. I will make separate video on that particular topic. But as of now, for my convenience, I use CMOS concepts. Okay. So till now I use PPT for explanation. From now I am going to use this site. So why I am using this? If there is some separate benefit for me, so I will discuss that benefit for this is in last. So benefit is not for money, like not like that. So benefit is like I also want to learn something new while teaching. So if I am using AI here in this site, I observe some AI tool here. Because if you want any topic related particular concept, I have some knowledge. So if I put some knowledge in this AI, it will add some more points. So then what will happen? So what I have don't know, I will learn here while teaching. So that's why I choose this one. Okay. In this CMOS, so first thing, what is the course we are going to learn? So how to know the history. So see here, by using this AI, I will ask one question. Give me the description of brief history of electronics. While this class is going to happen, the first day, the topic is going to happen is like brief history of electronics. So now we are going to use electronic gadgets, so many electronic gadgets, mobile phones, laptops, so many TVs, washing machines, all of those are the electronics things only. So we are using VLSI technology now, but in previous, what are the technologies we are going to use? We don't know. So how to know the history of the electronics? So what will happen in the previous years and previous days? What is the technologies happen? How they are made those systems? How those are compatible to simple ones nowadays? So how to know the history? If anyone want as a VLSI student, so how can you are going to from past years to now how the technology is going to develop? If anyone asks, so how to in the place of answer those questions, so in previous days, those are the technologies we are going to use. In that there is a disadvantages that one. So by overcome those disadvantages in the future technology, we can update like this. So now we are going to use VLSI technology for our better updates and better things. So how to explain? So how can going to explain when you are going to know the history of electronics? So the main thing we have to know the history. While you are entering into the VLSI phase, you have to know the history of VLSI and electronics. Okay. So see here, I will ask you give me the description of history of electronics. So what will it give you? The history of electronics is a journey from discovering electricity to building the digital world we live in today. So history of electronics. So what is the history behind these electronics? It's like a journey. So when it is going to be start, so whenever the electricity is going to be found, whenever there is a current flow of charge carriers is there present in the past years. So from that day to till now the digital world. So everything will happen in our fingers. Okay. So everything will using by mobile. You can know everything by using mobile and phones, laptops, everything. So it will completely turn into the pure technology nowadays. So in future it may be updated to some other ways. So we can't imagine those technology also. So see here next it what will give. It starts in the late 1800s with the discovery of the electron and early experiments with electrical current. In 1800s, just wait. So in 1800s, what will going to happen in 1800s? There is an electron. So electron is nothing but a charge. So the flow of electrons is nothing but a current. Okay. So if someone found there is an electron, so what is the use of that electron? So later they are doing some research and then doing some experiments. They know that the flow of electrons. So what is the electron holes which are present in the atom or something. So how to generate the power by using that atoms or electrons. So by using those things, the current will be going to be produced. Okay, like that. 1 minute. The power is going to be low. I will charge it. Okay, fine. So what will happen? So the power is going to be generated in those past days from by using electron. So the flow of electron is nothing but a charge. So from those days to now, we can convert that electrical current into our daily needs as per our requirement as well as in luxury way. So luxury way is nothing but you are sitting in some place without standing from that place. We can operate anything. So daily the technology is going to update. So see here, it starts in 1800s with the discovery of electrons. So later experiments with electric currents, Thomas Edison's light bulb and development of telegraph systems laid in the groundwork. So you know the only some scientist names like Edison, some other sources, so and so. But there is a background work is there. So behind that invention, there is a lot of people going to be work, lot of experiments is going to be done, lot of failures, everything will be there. Okay. So later the real breakdown come into 1904 with the vacuum tube. So after so many inventions and discoveries and experiments and so many of experience by the failures, in 1904 we came with the vacuum tubes. So vacuum tube is like a one of the technology. What is the VLSI technology now we are going to use? So like that vacuum tube is also one of the technology we are going to use in previous days. So you can observe in our grandmother and grandfather's home there is a radios like in a large size. So those are discovered by using vacuum tubes. So they are using vacuum tubes and they are going to design that. So in previous years, previous days, in past, there is a TVs or computers in the room size. So if you want to design a computer, it will be in the large. It will come. It will at least contain one room to put that computer. So now it will be simply hands with laptop. Now you can operate within our hand only. So that much development is you can see now. The first device that could be amplify and switch electrical signals. So vacuum tubes, what it is going to be do? So vacuum tubes, what is going to be done means, so it can amplify the signal. Means now if there is a function like that, if there is any meeting like that in our schools or colleges, there is a meeting. So if your faculty members are going to be give some speech by using mic, so what will happen? They are talking very slowly, but how we are going to hear that one in a large by using speakers? So what will happen? The mic will take the so what is the mic is going to be there. So it will take the voice signal. So it is going to be amplified and give the large signals by using speaker for us. Okay. So like that, the signal is going to be amplified. Amplify is nothing but the low signal is converted into the high signal. So by using mic, you can talk very slowly. While reaching to the people, it will be increased and the voice will be going to be amplified like that and switch electrical signals. So switch electrical signals is nothing but whenever you want to if you are when you are going to want the signal, you can use you can on that one. If you don't want, you can off that one by using these vacuum tubes. We are going to discover something new, and this is the first one came into the picture related to the electronics. So this is the basic technology which are going to use in our past years. Okay. So next what will happen, this enable radio, early computers and long distance communication. So by invention of these vacuum tubes only, radios, all these are coming to the picture. Radios, early computers. Now listen, what are the computers now we are using? So it is very much different to the past computers. Okay, don't come. If you want, you can compare in Google. Okay, so enable radio, computers, and long distance communication. Okay, so for any communication purpose, all these are coming into the picture after this vacuum tube technology come into the picture only. So next, what will happen? So the main disadvantage is like vacuum tube is in large in size, so it will take so much of space, so and so much of energy. So if there is a hard, there is a big one, so it also consumes very large amount of power to done the work. Okay, here see the transistor arrived in 1947. So after so many years of work. So again 1947. So when our independence day come. So in that year, so in 1947, transistor also come into the picture at Bell Labs, replacing bulky vacuum with small thing, tiny, reliable and efficient. You know, the transistor is very much small in size. So in previous days it may be large, but now it is very negligible. You can't see by our eye also. Okay. So that That disadvantage, what is the large inside, those all things is going to be overcome by this transistor in 1947. So by the 1950s and 60s, transistors were everywhere in radios, televisions, and the first commercial computers. So in 1947, the transistor is going to be invented and try to check in 1950s within 3 years. So all the things which are going to be discovered by vacuum tubes, those are replaced by the transistors. They are also working. They are also good working skills than vacuum tubes as compared to the vacuum tube. The transistor give better performance and reliable, and it will be in small size. So if you want to carry something, how you want to be? It will be in lightweight or more weight. So every person want to be in a lightweight and compatible and used in everywhere. So that advantage is used by the transistor. So that thing happen after the vacuum tubes. You can see the transistor. So next, what will happen? Then came the integrated circuits in 1958. After so many of years invention, so 1958, what will happen? Integrated circuit. So IC, we hear that IC. IC is nothing but so the collection of transistor in a single chip. So if you are going to place a number of transistor in a single chip, you call it as a integrated circuits, cramming multiple transistors onto a single chip. Here, see the definition. So there is a chip, there is a transistor. So you have to place number of transistors here like this in a single chip. That will call it as a IC. So what will happen if every so you can place every transistor in a circuit? It will be more difficult. You can take one single chip and place all the transistors in a particular manner. So it will be contain very small in size compared to the transistor. Okay. So the occupation occupy the space is also reduced. Okay. So this miniaturization exploded into the microprocessors in 1971, which became the brain of personal computers. The 1980s and 90s saw PCs, mobile phones, and internet take off, all powered by increasing the power of powerful and compact chips. So by using these ICs, we can also explore this, means we can also expand this into the microprocessors. You know, Snapdragon processors, all the processors we are going to use on our mobile. So it all will be the technologies. So first vacuum tubes, then transistors, then ICs, then microprocessors, microcontrollers, all the things we are going to be updated according to the technology and our requirements. Okay. So next, today electronics are embedded in everything. So means everything, everywhere you can, whatever the thing we are going to use, everything is contained an electronic gadget and daily needs. Maximum 90% of our daily needs are filled with electronic gadget. Okay, phones, cars. So cars also now so much of development. Cars, medical devices, in medical devices also in heart checking and so many of things in medical side also. AI system, Moore's law. So AI system, all the things are going to be contain the electronic gate. Okay, Moore's law, the doubling the transistor on a single chip every couple of years. So for 18 months, nearly 2 years, for every 18 months, the number of transistor on the chip is going to be double. So what will happen? The size of the chip is also going to be reduced and the speed also is going to be increased. So many benefits by using that. We can discuss in further class. Okay. So quantum computing and flexible electronics is the next one. So there is some disadvantages if the Moore's law is going to be continue for further years. So what will happen means, so the in chip we are going to use some transistors. How the transistor is going to be made? Silicon, right? So in silicon there is an atomic number. Okay. So if you some limitations are there. So we can discuss everything in further classes. So some limitations are there. If the size is much more reduced, the transistor, so there is some limitations, it will be crossed. Then what will happen? The silicon may get overheated and it may be melt. Okay. So in future maybe it will happen. Now it is okay for till now. For future technologies, if you want to reduce some more, so it will have some disadvantages that may be overcome by quantum computing and other things in future. Okay. In short, so what you can say that finally, so wait a minute, I will write here very clearly. So what we discussed till now, I will write here. So what we are going to discuss till now, say, so we are discussed the brief electronics. So brief history of electronics. So before past years, what is the technology we are going to use? So first coming to the vacuum tubes. Okay. So then what will happen after that? Some disadvantages are overcome by the transistors and we are going to use the transistors in our circuit. So then what will happen? After transistors, IC will come into the picture by integrating number of transistors on a single chip. Okay. So then by using after we can use microprocessors. So in our nowadays we are going to use our mobiles. For how it is going to be designed, there is a process, Snapdragon processor, and so many processors are there. So now it is a complete digital world. So everything in our world, everything will contain only electronic things. Now the world is going to be run by this electronics. Okay. So if anyone want this, you can share with your friends also, because nowadays this EC is going not only EC are related to core branches or anyone who are interested in the core side. So the technology is going to be developed in future days. Okay. So you are in the place of grab that technology. How we are going to grab? Now we have to learn the things here. So now don't waste the time. So learn the things very quickly according to the technology. So no one will can't wait for you. Okay. So everyone want their life very luxury and without problems. Okay. So how to chase them? How you are going to chase? How to do continuous work? Okay. So by doing continuous work only, you can achieve something new, other better than others. So, okay. So first know what is you. So what is your interest? What you are going to do? So this is the first topic of the CMOS. So you can continue further videos also. Okay. So before that, we have to know: are you interested in this or not? So are you forcibly listen this or not? So are you listening for your happiness or not? So while you are learning the things by happily only, we are going to do something new. Okay. So I am teaching this one. So it is not much important or not get any benefit for me. So what is the reason? I love it. I will do it. Okay. So first we have to love it. So then earnings or something, it will be the any future thing. So now the starting is important. So without expecting anything, what you're going to do, then only you get lot of benefits. Okay. So thanks for watching till end. So I know how many of you members watch this. If anyone watch, comment what you're going to comment VLSI. Okay. So thanks for watching and thanks for keep supporting me. And then bye.